And we had this picture of, it was a hologram of Jesus in the house. And I was really scared of this hologram because I would move around and this picture would always follow me. So I was really scared of this image. But yeah, so we were raised as Catholics. So my dad obviously reacted and he said, why would that not happen? And she said, because your daughter's Muslim. So I started eating a little bit faster. So my name is Alma Campos. I am a Mexican-American convert. I was born and raised here in Chicago, so I've lived here pretty much all of my life. I am the daughter of an immigrant family, so I'm the firstborn, only girl in my home. And I accepted Islam maybe, I can't even tell you exactly, but it's about 25 years now. You know, it's been a while since I've been a Muslim. So I was born and raised in a Mexican family, and typically what happens when you come from a Mexican family is we're Catholic. So the Catholic faith is really tied into the Mexican culture. So culturally, this is what I was, but religiously, we never really followed Catholicism in my home. And I remember just thinking back to my childhood, and you just brought this memory to my mind. When I was little, I must have been maybe 4 or 5, I don't even remember how old I was, but my mom would always say, like, God is watching you, God is watching you. And we had this picture of, it was a hologram of Jesus in the house, and I was really scared of this hologram because I would move around and this picture would always follow me, so I was really scared of this image. But yeah, so we were raised as Catholic. But when we were at Mass and this person didn't do it, I remember feeling like, oh my God, what is this? This is so strange. Why isn't she doing the sign of the cross? What does this person believe in? And that started a conversation, and she started to explain that she was Muslim. Now, at that time, we're talking like 20 plus years ago, right? She was not wearing hijab. She was not very practicing. There was nothing that would show me that she was different from any of us. But that conversation opened up my eyes to there's other religions out there. And she ended up to be one of my best friends while we were in high school. And we would have some very deep conversations about religion. We would talk about, the creation of the world, and we would talk about different prophetic stories, and that was a big one, different prophetic stories, because the way that she presented any prophetic story, it was so clean and so pure. So what happened was one night I was sleeping, and I remember just getting this anxiety about where did I place my Quran? And it was strange because I don't get anxiety like that, but I was just wondering, where did I place this Quran? And it was half in English, half in Arabic. But for me, it was a holy book. I realized like this is a holy book. And I remember that it was placed in a box, and those boxes were in the basement. So I just felt this urge, like I have to go and dig it out. It can't be there, just out of respect, whatever it was, I don't know. So that morning, we step into the masjid, and there was a man that was there. I don't know who he is, but I always make so much dua for this person because I believe he has passed on. But we just asked him, I'm looking for some classes, anything. Do you have something to learn about Islam? And we started a conversation, and he started asking me, what do I know about Islam? And I don't have a choice. So I went and I took my shahada, and it was a beautiful moment that I didn't really value until much later. And that's when my journey began as a Muslim. The moment I took shahada, it's, subhanAllah, it's only Allah who could do that. But all the pieces of my life, they just came together. Everything just came together. After taking Shahada, I wasn't sharing with everybody that I was a Muslim. I didn't mind if people found out, if they knew, that was fine with me, but especially in those early stages of my conversion, I wasn't out telling people I was a Muslim. So my dad was saying when Alma gets married and this beautiful church and walking her down the aisle, and it was a lot of these plans that my dad had for my wedding. So I was very quiet, and I was just, enjoying my meal, just very quiet, letting them have that conversation. Then my mom turns around and said, that's not going to happen. And so my dad obviously reacted, and he said, why would that not happen? And she said, because your daughter's Muslim. So I started eating a little bit faster. And we came to this building. And I was telling my mom, there's so much history in Mexico related to Islam. Like Muslims did come here. Muslims were part of the people that were building this. We were going through all of that. And I was telling her, but our history has been denied and whatnot. So we get to this building. It's a government building. And I'm wearing hijab. So the man tells me, well, you can't come in. You have to take that off. So obviously I said, I can't. This is a religious wear. How am I supposed to take it off? And he says, I'm sorry, you can't come in. You have to take it off. No hats, no this, no that. And so my immediate response was like, do you believe in Mary? And then he said, yeah. So I was like, hello, remember Mary? I'm dressing like Mary and you're not going to let me in? And then he was like, okay, just go in and go. So Currently, I am the Director of Admissions at an Islamic school, and I am also a co-founder of Ojalá Foundation, the Latino Muslims of Chicago, which that has really been my passion, this organization.